Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
This was my first PDA, a Sharp Wizard that contained 64 KB of memory, which was a lot back in the day. This Sharp Wizard was also a lot, over $300. That didn't even include the cost of any additional cards, and I'll demonstrate the one that I have in there right now in just a moment. So after turning it on, I could go in and view my calendar, any day in the calendar. I can view by week, by month, by day, and go in and add appointments to my calendar. And therein is the schedule. Looks like Tuesday, January 3rd, 1989. There was nothing going on. Well, of course, I did have to replace the batteries in this particular unit a few days ago just to see if it would work still, and it does obviously still work. I can go in and I can edit a telephone book or a directory right here, because email wasn't around back then. I could also create memos. I had two calculator modes. I had the regular old calculator mode here, and then if I wanted to, I could press the calculator button again and get like a virtual tape rolling by, or as they call it, the paperless printer. Neat, huh? Okay, so then I can just flip back to the card. I'm not going to do that yet, but I could also view world time. So if I wanted to, I could program in places around the world, and it would show me their times, well, in respect to the time that I happen to be in, or the time zone I'm in. Of course, my home time there, New York, USA, I guess that's where it defaulted to. So it's not a QWERTY layout. It took a bit of getting used to. I'm used to a QWERTY style, so having to flip back and forth between A, B, C, D, E, and QWERTY is a bit of a trick. Needless to say, this was pretty much state-of-the-art back then. If I go to the card, it's the Thesaurus Dictionary, and I can enter a word. Let's see here. Let's go with happy, Happy, and let's do a touchscreen synonym. See, because it's a touchscreen interface down below. It's going to take a bit, I think, potentially to find the synonym for happy. If it... There. Okay, it didn't find the synonym, but it did find the definition. Adjective, being in or showing good spirits. Indeed, that was accurate. And this card, of course, could be swapped out for other cards. I also had a translation card that came in very handy in Spanish class. And I would use this to maintain assignments and keep my schedule organized. As busy as I was back in high school. But if I had some long-term assignments, I would be able to tell what was upcoming, because I could browse the calendar, by day or by month. And yes, this will go up to 2009. It would take me a long time to get to that date if I kept cycling through, even with the search keys. This was what we used. I mean, some of you may still use devices like this. If anybody out there is still using the Sharp Wizard, I would be very impressed. It still works. I was going to show you here. You could actually connect this to a computer and with software synchronize it with the desktop. It was a bit of a kludge to do, not easy, but you could theoretically do it. You could still even buy organizers like this today. You spend $10 on an organizer to do the same thing in a much smaller form factor. But this was it. I loved my Sharp Wizard. Loved it. Used it all the time. And now it collects dust. It is an antique. And I plan on holding on to it indefinitely. I hope it works indefinitely, because I can't wait to show my kids what I used to use to keep myself organized. Seems kind of pathetic when you compare it to devices like the iPhone. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's a message from Kat saying, "It's Kat. Hey, Kat." She sent me a text message. You couldn't get text messages on the Sharp Wizard. Didn't work that way. It was pretty much offline, this particular tool. What was your first PDA? Did you ever have a PDA? Can you remember your first PDA? Do you still have your first PDA? And so help me, if any of you out there say your first PDA was an iPhone, I think I'd want to cry.